On May 17th, State Farm Arena was at capacity. This was more than a standard regular season game. It was a high-stakes stage for Angel Reese, playing in front of a city that has followed her since her college days. The atmosphere was electric. Many in the crowd were there specifically to see Reese, hoping to witness the physical, dominant style of play that made her a household name. But the energy shifted minutes before tip-off. During a pre-game interview, without being baited or pressured by reporters, Reese volunteered a comparison that set a remarkably high bar for the night. She looked into the camera and declared herself a great player, asserting she was ready to guard the reigning MVP, Angel Wilson. It was a flat declaration that she already belonged in the same elite tier as the league's most decorated star. That contrasted sharply with her recent metrics. Entering the game, she shot 33% from the floor, accumulating 16 turnovers across 3 appearances. This documented struggle with ball security suggested a player finding her footing, not one ready to neutralize an MVP. By making that claim on camera, Reese invited a level of scrutiny that her current game was unprepared to meet. The game itself was a statistical collapse. Reese finished 1 for 8 from the field and personally committed 8 turnovers, accounting for over half of her team's total mistakes in a single afternoon. The struggle was mechanical. Under professional pressure, the foundational flaws in her offensive game were clearly visible to everyone in the building. Simple execution points failed. She struggled to secure clean catches in the post, and her passes were telegraphed, giving defenders time to jump the lanes. When her initial move was cut off, she frequently tried to dribble out of trouble. It was a decision-making loop that played right into the hands of a disciplined defense waiting for her to overextend. By the fourth quarter, the gap between her pre-game words and her on-court execution resulted in a breakdown that the coaching staff could no longer ignore. This wasn't a new set of problems. Since her entry into the high-level spotlight, scouts have consistently noted these recurring issues: limited lateral quickness on defense, and a lack of touch on post-entry coaches. While she remains a high-profile figure for the Chicago Sky, her offensive development has remained largely stagnant since her college years. In a league that increasingly prioritizes versatile, fundamental efficiency, players who focus on branding over shooting mechanics often find themselves hitting a ceiling. In Atlanta, the venue changed, but habits that stalled her progress remained exactly the same. Meanwhile, on the other side of the floor, the player Reese claimed she could guard provided the ultimate contrast. Angel Wilson didn't offer any pre-game boasts. She simply executed. Wilson was clinical, scoring 20 points on 50% shooting. She operated with a level of efficiency that made the game look like a formality. When the defense collapsed on her, Wilson passed out of the double team cleanly. When fronted, she used her footwork to create clear windows, catching and finishing without hesitation. That methodical performance demonstrated the difference between a player who is famous for her persona and one who is dominant because of her fundamentals. Reese tried to talk her way into that elite conversation, but Wilson proved her status, finishing the game with a win and a near-flawless box score. The low point came late in the fourth quarter. With the game still undecided, Reese's coach benched her. Her plus-minus was a team low, and the staff decided the team had a better chance with her on the sidelines. The reaction from the stands was immediate. The fans who cheered her arrival began to boo. They had come to see the great player from the interview, but they were watching a performance that didn't meet that standard. The crowd's frustration highlighted a growing realization. A massive public profile cannot indefinitely hide a stagnant skill set. Look at the approach of players like Caitlin Clark. Despite the intense media noise, Clark has focused on addressing her perceived weaknesses with quiet, unglamorous film study and conditioning work. In professional sports, if you demand to be treated like a superstar, you will be measured by superstar results. There is no middle ground. That afternoon in Atlanta clearly illustrated the gap between being a star and being a great basketball player. True game changers just don't need to explain their status. They let their execution on the floor do the talking.